Hello. So this looks a little bit familiar. Now, you probably haven't seen these videos, but back during the height of the pandemic when we were all in lockdown, uh, Katerina and I started doing some coffee reviews, and we called it the Weekly Grind. Uh, just something fun to kind of pass the time for us. And if you're curious about them, they might still be on our Instagram when Instagram had IGTV, but we're here in our new home. And I know recently I posted on my Instagram that we were done with moving, but we really weren't. So today's a special video because one, we're in our new home, and two, it marks our 1 year here in Berlin officially. And the other big news kind of is that Casey Neistat seems to be back on YouTube full time and that he moved back to New York City. So cheers to that. Now I wanted to make this video because I wanted to sort of give not only just a little life update, but to kind of express something that really resonated with me recently. Now, there was nothing wrong with our old home. We have moved 3 times in total. The first one was an Airbnb, so don't really count that. It was just like a 3-4 month stay. And then we got our second home. We were so excited for it. And if you're not familiar, the market here in Berlin is pretty insane to try to find homes. So we felt extremely lucky to be able to find one in that short of time. But being there, it just never felt like home. It didn't feel like this. It didn't feel like our Calgary home when we were sitting and doing these coffee talks. And I think when you don't feel like you're at home or you don't feel inspired, then you can make a change. And a lot of people will do that. As you've seen, Peter McKinnon had a beautiful studio, but he sold that and decided to move because he just felt like he needed a change and to be somewhere that inspired him more. Casey Neistat, in his most recent video, if you haven't seen, he said there was nothing wrong with California. He liked California, his family liked California, but they just loved New York and they were inspired by it. And for us, we again somehow lucked out and were able to secure an apartment here, sort of in the heart of this district of Berlin, our favorite one. And it's just so inspiring. We've only been here a few days and already I feel like this weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And I think as a full-time creator, I think you need your mind to flow and to be free in order to be as creative as you possibly can. And the view and the light and everything here just inspires me. And I guess, you know, as the motto of my channel, you have to sort of follow your passions, follow your heart, and be inspired by that. So just a quick little update here. Maybe I'll do a little tour of this place. Maybe I won't. The sound is probably not good right now. We're just sort of getting set up. We're pretty much set up. Just my YouTube space isn't set up. And yeah, I just wanted to come on and have a chat because it's been wild. We saw the apartment on
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago tomorrow.
Okay, so yeah, we applied for the apartment on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up getting a viewing
On Friday.
the following Friday, and then we signed the contract the following Friday. Now, what's crazy about that whole situation is in Berlin, unlike North America, is at the end of your contract in Canada, you can just give a 30-day notice and you're out. And when you have that information, it's easy for you to look for another apartment. So if your contract ends on September 30th, for example, you know you can look for an apartment October 1st and you're good to go. Now for us, our contract technically required a 3 months notice period. That's every apartment in Berlin. So if we gave notice at the beginning of September, we actually wouldn't be out until end of December, basically. But the thing is, the market here is so insane and people want great apartments so badly that they needed us to move in September 15th. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, or we would have lost this apartment. So we said yes to September 15th on like September 3rd and had to try to get our other apartment filled with a new tenant and have that all done in order. Otherwise, we would have lost a 3-month deposit. And then on top of that, put a 3-month deposit on this guy. So heads up, if you're moving within Berlin, you need to have 6 months worth of rent in the bank ready to go in order to make that transition happen. So it's been wild. I just wanted to catch up with everyone on the channel. And another thing I wanted to say was thank you to everybody who is new to the channel. Thank you for all the love on some of the recent videos. I will continue to do as best I can to share the creative process, the tools that we like to use, and also our travels that are coming up. And I will do all of that because we are packing up and heading off to Portugal. We're going to share some of our favorite photo destinations, when to take the photos, the best spots to take the photos, how to get there, wonderful places to eat, because I said I wanted to share more about that, and just stuff that inspires me and in turn hopefully will inspire you to live your life as passionately as possible. So with that all being said, hopefully this video is not too long and we haven't rambled on too much. As always, live passionately and stay inspired, and we'll see you in Portugal. Welcome to Portugal.